Thank you, and welcome to Sports Spotlight. I'm your host, Joseph Fazio. Here today with me is West Bridgewater High School varsity basketball captain, Nicholas Bethany. It's great to have you.
Me.
Thank you. So, as most of us know, you're going through a tough injury right now.
Yeah, just coming off a torn MCL. Hurt it, playing basketball, getting ready for the upcoming season, and it's been tough journey so far, but I'm close to coming back soon.
Well, we all hope that it's going to be a great basketball season, but there are some hardships the team's going through, including your injury. We have the injury to John Whittam. He's going to be out for the season. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, he's a big part, plays a key part.
We also have the loss of DJ Morrell. We hope he's doing really good at Milton County, but we still wish he could have been here.
Yeah, I wish him the best of luck, but he was our point guard, so now we got some roles to fill.
So the first game is going to be December 12th. It's going to be home versus Blue Hills. How do you think that game's going to go?
I think we're going to be on the winning side. That's what I think. It's a big game. It's the first game of the season. It's a home opener. I expect some good emotions going. We'll be ready for this game. It's an important season. We're all excited. We got a good team coming. It's going to be great.
Okay. So I wouldn't say you guys have a tough schedule, but you have some good teams that you guys are going to be playing. January 11th versus East Bridgewater. You got to always think about them. They have some good players. Brian Damon, Greg Plunkett. Got to worry about those guys.
I mean, I look at each and every game like they're just a game. I go in the same way. I don't prepare any differently depending on the team. I mean, East Bridgewater, yeah, I guess it's a bit of a rivalry just because it's East Bridgewater, East-West, I guess, but I'm not too worried about them.
Yeah. Then 25th, we got a really big game, Bishop Conley. How do you think that one's going to
go? Yeah, we got a bit of a rivalry with Bishop Conley, too. Those are usually close games. Last year, second game we played them was actually an overtime loss for us.
Yeah, it was
at
a big
home,
game.
So we're going to try and get that back for them.
And probably the biggest game, Cohasset.
Cohasset, yeah. That was a tough game for me personally. I want to get back to the playoffs, and I'm hoping we get them again because I want revenge.
Yep. Well, we all hope that it's going to be a good season. What do you think schedule-wise? What's the record?
I'm really excited for the season. I think we got a good team, and I think we're going to dominate the league and the division and get to the playoffs quick. I'm predicting 20-0.
20-0. You heard it first. Our next spotlight is going to be Manchester United, all the way to the Premier League in England. Everyone thought that they were going to be the best team in all of soccer in the world. But as it goes, 5-4-3. 5 wins, 4 draws, 3 losses. That's not how you want to go. Over $200 million was spent into the team this year. They got additions. Paul Pogba out of Juventus for £85 million. That's the most spent on one single player ever. You got Henrik Mkhitaryan, $30 million from Borussia Dortmund. Eric Bailly from Villarreal for £30 million. Probably the best they got was Zlatan Ibrahimovic. That was a free transfer from Paris Saint-Germain. But it's not how it's going. It's not as well as it's going. We all thought that they were going to do good. 12 games in a season, most people thought they were going to be 12-0. There are the teams that they played, Chelsea, Manchester City. 4-0 loss to Chelsea. That was a big hit. Many people didn't really think that was going to happen. I honestly didn't think it was going to happen. I might jump on the bandwagon, and it wasn't good to do. Jose Mourinho, their new manager, he was brought in Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and a lot of people are saying that he may get sacked just because of the record. It's a decent record, but it's not what everyone thought they were going to be. And even in the Europa League is the second tier tournament for European teams. 2-2 they are. People don't even know the teams that they're playing because you got teams from Ukraine, Poland, and the Netherlands. They're second-tier teams going up a world-class team in Manchester United, and they lost twice. You got to think about the depth they have. Wayne Rooney, he's growing old. He's not as he used to be. We have to see the rise of Marcus Rashford. And I think Marcus Rashford should be and should have a bigger role in the team than what he has now. You can't keep a defensive pair changing. It goes from Bailly to someone else. Bailly's good, but you got to keep one partnership with him. So, I'm sorry, but I don't like that I bought this. $120. Paul Pogba. We all thought he was going to be the best. It's not going well. So I'm sorry, Manchester United, you're done with me for this season. It's not going as well as we thought it was going to be. I'm sorry. It's not. But on to a better note, our next spotlight is going to be the ending of the West Bridgewater Wildcats football season, which we all know went pretty well. 5-2, great record. Great job by Matt DeLuca, Justin Lavoie, Dean Roberts, Brian Smith. Good job by all the team. Big losses, Nantucket. First game on the Robert M. Dwyer Memorial Fields. Took a big hit. That close loss to Upper Cape.
Oof.
So
they should have won that game.
They should have won that game. Some teams they killed. Southeastern, Sacred Heart, Holbrook. That was a big game. They got the 4th seed in the MIAA playoffs. They went up against Abington. Abington plays in the South Shore League, which is a D3 team. They dropped down all the way to D4A. That's 3 division levels. I just have to ask, why would MIAA do this?
I don't know. It was a dumb move overall. It's just a dumb move. They redid the league and how they make the playoff brackets now, and it's not working out. I don't see how you can have a Division 3 team playing Division 3, take that record down to Division 4, even Division 4A, whatever that division might be. It's a mess.
Yeah, I mean, they went 4-3. Abington had some big losses to East Bridgewater, who are now into Division 3A state champions, so
Yep.
Good luck to them. I don't think that they should have been down with us. Like, we did our hard work, and we got knocked out by a team 3 division levels higher than us. I just don't think it's fair. MIA, you gotta get the stuff together. And as I saw on the news, teams that we know shouldn't have been in the playoffs made it. Sacred Heart, you remember that game? I believe it was 48-14. That's how bad the game was. They made it to the playoffs, 3-3, and they got the 8th seed. We all know they got crushed, but we all know they shouldn't have made it. I'm sorry, but we all know they shouldn't have made it. It hurts not just the team, but the fans that go out to the game, because I'm pretty sure they knew that they shouldn't have made it after the West Bridgewater game. 48-14, Christian Keeling, 4 rushing touchdowns. It's just not right.
It's a mess. It's a mess.
Yeah. So our next spotlight and our main spotlight is going to be on the NFL Midseason Awards. Recently came out on November 3rd. Talk about who was projected to be the favorites for all the awards. Let's start off. Comeback Player of the Year, projected Andrew Luck. What do you have on that?
I disagree completely, to be honest. I think Andrew Luck, I mean, last year was so bad for him, but his numbers this year, they're decent. But I think we have other players out there that deserve the trophy a little more.
Yeah. Honestly, in my personal opinion, I'd have to say Melvin Gordon. He's done a lot for the San Diego Chargers this year, and I think he deserves it.
I think he does too. Honestly, that would be my pick, Melvin Gordon. He's really stepped it up from last year. His numbers were a mess last year, but this year he stepped it up.
Hurt the fantasy team.
Hurt the fantasy team. I actually had him on my fantasy team. Drafted him high.
Let's see next. Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think we all know. Well, personally, I think I know Ezekiel Elliott. I heard you had some doubts.
I mean, Ezekiel Elliott, there's no doubt he's one of the best running backs in the league right now, if not the best with his stats. But there's no denying the beefy Cowboys O-line and how dominant they are in the league. You can't deny that that does not play a part in his season. I'm not denying how good he is or what he's doing, but I think his teammate may deserve Offensive Rookie of the Year a little more than Zeke. I think Dak Prescott takes it to the next level with the team. What he does with a pretty battered down Cowboys offense is impressive. And to a 9-1 record as of today, I think he deserves it a little bit more.
I very agree. We'll just have to wait and see. I think those are two front runners. Carson Wentz, Jared Goff, 1 and 2 picks in the draft. They haven't been doing that well.
Carson Wentz started off real strong, and I really liked what the Eagles were doing there with a rookie quarterback and a rookie coach. It was impressive. But Jared Goff, yeah.
Jared Goff just played his first game.
He just played his first game. He didn't do too bad. Maybe that could have happened in the first game of the season for the Rams, but Jeff Fisher is a little old school.
Yep. I highly agree. Let's see. We got the Offensive Player of the Year non-QB. Front runner, Ezekiel Elliott again.
Yeah, I mean, non-QB, I agree. I agree with that.
Maybe some people say DeMarco Murray. He had a bad season last year, going on to the Eagles, but now he's with the Titans.
I mean, I wouldn't say Offensive Player of the Year for DeMarco Murray. I mean, his numbers are okay, but what is he, third in the rushing? Yep. I mean, he could be a good pick for Comeback Player of the Year, but
good.
I mean, if you're third on the rushing list, there's 2 people above you. So yep. I don't know. I think Zeke is the safe pick.
Agree. Let's see. Defensive Player of the Year, front runner, Super Bowl MVP, Von Miller. Any thoughts about that?
It's hard to argue against that, but my pick might go to Xavier Rhodes of the Minnesota Vikings. Not just because of his 100-yard interception return for a touchdown, not just because of that,
yep.
But that Vikings defense is impressive, and I think they've
been working some magic this year.
He deserves a lot of credit for it.
Another front runner for it didn't get as many votes as Von Miller, Marcus Peters, defensive tackle.
Marcus Peters, too, honestly, I might pick over Von Miller, just because the Chiefs, one of the best defenses in the league, if not the best right now. Marcus Peters, he leads the league in interceptions now. Maybe?
I think he's leading in sacks.
Leading in sacks? Marcus Peters?
Marcus Peters, defensive tackle.
All right. Excuse me. I think I'm thinking of someone else.
Coach of the Year. We're all from New England. We all know. Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
Hands down.
No argument.
One argument has to be made. Jack Del Rio, coach, Oakland Raiders. He's been working some magic this year.
That's true.
Derek Carr, he's been doing really well for a team. Latavius Murray. They got some good players this year. And could be moving to Las Vegas next year.
Yeah.
Bigger brands.
I don't know. That could be a close race between the two, depending on how the Patriots record holds out and the Raiders too.
Yeah. And finally, NFL MVP. Front runner, Ezekiel Elliott. All players.
It's close. There's a lot of good players out there this season, but I don't know if I have a good argument for each and every one, but it will be close. It'll be close.
Personally, touchdown Tommy. He's been working magic.
He could, but right now, the Cowboys' record is better than hometown Patriots. We'll see how the season turns out. Well, there's still a lot more games to be played.
Didn't get suspended, they really killed the Bills in the second game. So I think if Tom Brady worked and played in the first Bills game, that they probably would have won as well. So it brought them to 9-1. So tied for a best record. As of right now, Tom Brady has 16 touchdowns to 1 interception. Sadly, Richard Sherman has that 1 interception.
Should have won that game.
Yeah. I think that the Patriots should be 10-0 right now. I think that Bills game was a bluff, and also the Seahawks game, that was a bluff. I honestly think that there was pass interference on that last play, and
I don't like the call. I don't like the call from Bill Belichick. I think Gronk was clearly looking for the pass interference foul.
Yeah.
It was a mismatch. Go up to Gronk and he can go up and get it, but I don't like the call to just go for the pass interference foul. Let's try to get the touchdown.
All right. So our last spotlight is going to be a thought question. I like to end every episode with a thought question, and this episode's going to be, would you qualify esports as a competitive sport?
Definitely. Definitely qualify it as a real sport.
I know you're a big video game player.
You could say so, yeah.
Yeah, you got that Rocket League in. You've played some tournaments.
I played some esports tournaments. Didn't go so well. So that's why I think definitely it should be seen as a real sport, because these guys out there, they're real good at these games. And I've seen it firsthand. Killed me.
You got to think about December 7th to the 10th, you have Dota 2. They're actually playing at the City Wank Theater in Boston. So that's going to be a good matchup. You got some world-class athletes. You got to see how much money they're actually making. Call of Duty World Championships, Team Envious took home the gold medal. $800,000 to those 4 players.
Hey. They're the best around. I mean, they deserve it, really. I mean, it's not that easy as people might say it is. I think it's impressive.
And then Halo Worlds, $1 million to Counter Logic Gaming, now Optic Gaming. They destroyed every team they came up against in Worlds. They deserve that money.
It's an up-and-coming industry that I think is going to catch a lot of ground soon.
Yeah. And there's also a bid for the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo. Japan has a big esports market, so I think that will go really well.
I would love to see it in the Olympics. That'd be fun to watch.
I think the front runners for games are probably League of Legends and Dota 2. Big games up in North America as well as Southeast Asia. The International Electronic Gaming Committee is trying to push that. That's run by the South Korean government. So with the market that Tokyo has in esports, I think it'd be a very good project, trial run, and possibly sport in the Olympics. I believe that could happen.
I'm excited for it.
I am. Okay, well, that's all for our show today. I'd like to thank Nicholas Bethany for coming on to the show. It's been great having you.
Great time.
That's all for Sports Spotlight. I'm your host, Joseph Fazio. Thank you, and have a good night.